Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, I will show you how to make the camera like this. And the bird like this. Let's go straight into the point. Import the bird model, it's very easy. Test the imported animations. If some animation is missing, you can delete all and re-import them. I encountered this missing problem many times. Okay, the model is ready to use. Let's go to the next part. Create a bird controller object. Use the bird model for the visual part. The model rotation is not right, so make it facing forward direction. The visual part is done, so let's move to the physical part. Add some collider and fix them in place. Add a rigid body. It falls as expected. Now let's create the animator. I will add the entry point to the flap animation. If it works correctly, then the bird will flap at start. Add all animations to the controller and name them properly. Add animator to the bird model. Hit play and you see the bird flap at start, so everything is fine. Go to the next step, make some basic animation transitions. Create two parameters that can be read and write from script via their name. You can play with transition setting, but I'm not gonna do here. Create bird controller script. In the last video, I told you this game structure, so I will code like that now. Back to the bird controller. You should make variables private if you only use them inside a class. This tool has values or ID to the animation parameters. It's faster to use hash than string. Now define some buttons to test out the animations. Input only work well in update frame. Okay, it's done. Let's test now. You can see the parameter change when I hit and release button, so animation work well. Let's add some skill to the bird. First skill is gliding, and second is jumping. I will control the bird through its rigid body. The gliding skill will make the bird fly forward in z-axis. So let's set velocity z component to glide velocity. You can do like this, but it's too long for a simple purpose. Let's make it shorter by creating an extension method. Extension is a great way to make things cleaner and more intuitive. And as you can see, it's 2 lines shorter. Well done. It's kind of work, but not very nice. To make the bird stay on air, I must apply a counter-gravity acceleration to the rigid body. So let's add an acceleration vector. You should always do physics calculation and action in fixed update. Go to test it again. The bird can jump and glide away now. But the camera is stand still, so let's make the camera follow the bird. Create a camera holder script. Create target reference as target to follow. Create follow speed and position offset. Set offset value for testing purpose. Inlay update, set camera position with linear interpolation function. And it worked. In this game, there are two game modes, so I will make the camera with two view modes. I will explain things through my drawing. Oh, you see these two values are equal, so let's make this calculation shorter. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is editor script. This if statement will tell Unity to exclude the part inside from view. I will draw some buttons on inspector to test the function without going to play mode. And I will draw viewpoint as a red dot on scene view using handle function. Well, you see there's nothing to draw on inspector or scene view because you need an editor script to do it. This editor folder will be excluded from build. Look at the inspector. The buttons are drawn, but the red dot is not because there's no target. Click Firebird as target, and the red dot appears. See how I change the properties, and it worked well, but it's very ineffective. So let's improve the editor code. Here I will draw viewpoint with free move handle and check the change of the value when I drag the point around. Then I will calculate viewpoint offset and assign it based on current view mode. Undo record object will save object data before any change is applied, so you can redo. Add a change flag. So when the viewpoint change, it will update. Let's add a green point to assign offset value. The method is the same as the red point. Now record the follow calculation in lay update. Look at this, I will make it more intuitive with an extension method. You can do like this, but this is more efficient. Look at the bird movement, it's not very smooth. To make the bird move smoothly, change the rigid body interpolation method. It looks smoother now. The camera part is 90% done. Let's refactor it to the original game. Okay, back to the bird controller. Let's make the silly up and down movement. I copy this rotation angle calculation from Flappy Bird on GitHub and modify it to make it work in Unity. This is a clamp function. Gravity is too high, so decrease it. Next, I will add turning scale to the bird. Add another extension method. This is snap method that snap a number to grid. And this is clamp method that you know what is there. Log some debug to see what happened. Draw a red ray to see where it's turning. Add another skill. It's a dashing skill. Cast the wave forward. Because it's a class, so creating a new instance will cause garbage allocation. Look at the debug value. Nice. But the bird needs 2 more skills. Die and revive. When the bird collides with object that has tag inside deadly tag array, it will die. Untagged tag is the default tag of all objects, so it's very suitable for testing. Use break to end loop earlier so you can save some computation power. Add on that callback for later use. You can check none like this or like this. Now is the revive skill. In the next video, I will show you how to make game controller and UI controller. Link to the game and my Patreon in the description below.